It was cool, you know. If they don't got me number one, then that's their opinion, but I still rank myself number one pound for pound in the world.
What a huge right hand!
One day you like, all right, I hit my ceiling. Then there's a ceiling after that. You break through this ceiling and you like, oh man, there's another ceiling up there. You can go try to break through that.
Is that last ceiling Canelo Alvarez?
That means big fights are being made. Guys are coming together. They're saying, screw the politics, screw the promoters, screw everything. Let's make it happen.
I said before, the big, talented man will always beat the small, talented fighter. But Terence Crawford is not small. Terence Crawford is a big guy.
Sitting on the ropes and shaking his head is not how we want to end this fight, however. Oh! Crawford gets up! My, oh my! What a shot!
I feel great. I never smoked, I never drunk, so my body is well preserved.
Does anyone really look at Bud Crawford and his recent performances and think he's slipping in any way? Do his reflexes look shot? Like nothing about that is true. It's
To the hand and the body and down!
I do what's necessary to get the job done and secure a victory. And I feel like in the Canelo fight, I would do everything within my will and my power to do the same.
Bud Crawford is one of the best I've ever seen don the gloves. Razor sharp reflexes, counters, and a childlike joy when it comes to hurting his opponents.
I'm not going to say he's just as good as Floyd Mayweather. I'm not saying that. But he has some of the same traits defensively as Floyd Mayweather had.
Crawford's fights are like chess matches where he carefully dismantles his opponents piece by piece. His ability to switch stances seamlessly from orthodox to southpaw creates endless problems for his opponents and keeps them off balance. His sharp jab, precise counters, and ability to control range make him a puzzle that few fighters have been able to solve.
If he's switching back and forth, he's trying to figure you out. But once he stays in that southpaw stance for 2 or 3 straight rounds, he got you.
Keep digging in his ass every round. Like, beat his ass up, beat him down. I'm big. Think he beat.
He is in the hurt business. He breaks you down, he unlocks the key, and he gets rid of you.
So that just lets me know right there that I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to him. I'm a threat to his legacy. He gave in and we started training like that, and something that was natural to me.
Converted southpaws, we won't see Oscar, Marvin Hagler. But I've never seen a guy as dangerous from either side who doesn't favor either side. That's different.
2 different rhythms, 2 different angles. But Bud was able to make them one and could switch in the blink of an eye, turning his opponent's hesitation into opportunity, and that opportunity into domination.
Inline skates, and the referee has intervened. Mamma mia!
I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits.
Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the sport.
Once he got touched, Bud turns into a different animal in that ring, and he's hard to deal with. He's pretty much a savage once he gets touched, and you can't stop him.
Crawford's greatness lies in the fact that he doesn't just fight with skill, he fights with intelligence. His ability to switch stances seamlessly makes him a nightmare for opponents, forcing them to adjust to 2 completely different styles in the same fight.
Oh, nice uppercut from Crawford, his best punch. A little short left-handed uppercut.
Canelo's stronger and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Yeah. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit. Clean. Yeah. So really, that's the difference.
I'm always in shape. I never take anything for granted, and I never go in a fight not prepared. So we 110% prepared.
Terence Bud Crawford is absolutely one of the most talented boxers in the world today, and he is undoubtedly the most accomplished American boxer actively competing. The 37-year-old Crawford is a 4-division world champion, having won championships at lightweight, junior welterweight, and junior middleweight. His record stands at a perfect 41-0, with 31 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Crawford has been competing at the championship level for more than 11 years.
Pound for pound, number 1, going up against the former pound for pound number 1. 2 top 5 pound for pound guys going at it. That is a can't miss fight.
For 37 years old, like, he's training like he's like 25. Like, I don't think there'll be no problem at all.
Why do you think Crawford's going to beat him?
Because Crawford could find people to fight like Canelo, who is amazing. Canelo has just, oh my God, like he evolved. I saw how he evolved defensively and everything. I just don't think he's as fast as Crawford. And I think Crawford is just a little step ahead as far as movement is concerned. And so I think it's going to be Mayweather Canelo Part 2.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel like I had a chance, and the fight wouldn't be made if the people didn't think I had a chance. So that's why it's one of the biggest fights, in the last decade, that could be lined up.
It's a great opportunity. It's a great chance for the team, man, to show them, how hard we've been grinding in the gym and how hard we've been grinding for all the years to get to this point. I'm excited. I know Terence is excited. I know the rest of the team is excited. It's going to be a landslide. It's going to be a landslide. People probably get upset at me because they think I'm disrespecting Canelo. I'm not. I just know what my fighter brings.
This is the best Canelo we're going to see in 20 years of career, and we're going to show it on Saturday.
Terence Crawford, with his new physique, the big muscles, what was your immediate reaction?
Nothing. Muscles for me doesn't mean anything. I fought before with bigger guys. It means nothing. But when I saw that, you realize he make a good training camp, and that made me happy because it's gonna be a good fight.
Well, it's the fight that everybody's wanted, and we rarely get that anymore. So we have an undefeated guy against a guy who's been, the face of boxing for an awful long time. He's been in every big fight, a lot of big fights for the past 10, 12 years. And so now we're getting them together, even though there is a division in weights, and of course Crawford's moving up. But this is what everybody wanted, and it's rare in boxing we get that anymore. So I think it's great for the institution to have this at Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play with 55, 65, 70,000 people, however many show up. This is just a huge, huge event for boxing. So it's great to happen, and it's great that it's happening in Las Vegas where so many other big fights have taken place.
So the first thing I'll say is I think they're both phenomenal fighters. One of the best fighters. Both are some of the best fighters that will ever be in boxing, period. And that being said, I think Canelo should win just based on the fact that he's the bigger fighter. I think a bigger, great fighter will beat a smaller, great fighter. I think, they both were arguably number one pound for pound in their given time. I just think Canelo just has the size advantage. He's quote unquote struggled against bigger fighters. Crawford was 147, moved up to 154, fought one time, and now he's going to 168. He's not going to be the bigger fighter unless he really bulks up, which that itself could be a double-edged sword. Because one, he's going to be stronger, but two, is he going to be slower? Is he going to be used to fighting at such a heavy weight? I feel like he should have fought at least one fight at 168 just to really get a handle on all the weight and how he's going to feel. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. I don't think there's going to be a knockout, if I'm being honest. But I think that Canelo's going to...
He's only 34, but he's an older version of himself. And you see this a lot with guys as they age. You see less and less knockouts. Manny Pacquiao in the main event tonight. He used to be an offensive destroyer, stopping everybody. And then he got a little bit older and he stopped stopping guys. He still hurt guys, he'll drop guys, but he would go the distance more and more. I think we're seeing that with Canelo, this version of Canelo Alvarez. But he's still a true 168-pounder. He's still got very fast hands. He's very explosive. He is a good puncher. He knocks all these guys down, so obviously he has the respect to hit bigger bodies. And he's fought as high as 75. So he's definitely going to have that size advantage. A guy like Crawford is coming up so many weight classes. And it's not like he's coming up from his first weight class. He's coming up from his third, fourth weight class, and then he's jumping through weight class. So the size difference is going to be there. They got different size structure, like body structure, their bones. Crawford's got to be really careful, even getting hit on the arms and the shoulders and the hips, where we've seen Canelo actually damage guys. Like at the Callum Smith fight, where he's punching him in the arm. He's really dead at that left hook, which is the best weapon. So that's where that comes into play in terms of the size. Even though Canelo isn't that knockout puncher like he used to be, or a guy who gets stoppages, he's still much bigger and he can still punch.
You put Canelo on his back foot, he's a different fighter.
a completely different fighter when you put him on his back foot. Yeah, he can move a little bit, but yeah, he likes to come forward with that power. But you put him on his back foot, let me tell you similar too. You know this guy named Usyk who put Fury on his back foot? Yeah, pushed the pace on him. Yeah, with volume, feints. Put Canelo on his back foot, Crawford. That's what you gotta do. You gotta put him on his back foot. Hell to the damn yeah. That's how you get it done, man. That's one aspect that you're gonna have to do. And hey, I would advise you to do it as early as damn possible. Do it as early as possible, because guess what? If you do that, you're gonna get control right away of the judges, right? They're gonna be looking at you. You're gonna dictate the pace. You're gonna dictate the flow of the fight. You gotta have him react to you, not you reacting to him. That's how you gain control of the fight real quick, real soon. Get active with that jab.
About the work with Boots, did you work together one time? Was it over multiple days? And how was the work beneficial?
Yeah, more than one time, yeah, and he helped me really good, and I'm very grateful with him.
For the first time, Canelo Alvarez acknowledged that Jaron Boots, Ennis has been a key part of his camp, bringing blistering speed, sharp accuracy, and relentless pressure to replicate the style.
Do you think was there anything in particular that you guys worked on that you feel like was beneficial?
No, he worked his team. He's very similar to Crawford. He switched guards too. He's fast and he's a pretty good fighter. So I work really good.
This isn't just some random matchup. Years ago, Canelo actually worked with Boots' Ennis brother while preparing for another dangerous challenger. Now the tables have turned, and it's the younger Ennis stepping in, adding a unique twist to Canelo's training camp. The build-up to Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is shaping into one of the biggest spectacles the sport has ever seen. And interestingly, Bernard Hopkins is backing Crawford. While he admits the jump in weight could be a factor, Hopkins believes Crawford has the tools and skill set to outbox Canelo.
There's an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to...
Since the official announcement, anticipation for this matchup has only skyrocketed, reaching a boiling point of excitement. Fans and analysts are breaking down every detail, whether it's game plans, conditioning, or mental toughness. Fully aware that this showdown has the potential to reshape the very landscape of boxing history.
If you mean about what is around the fight, yeah, it's the biggest.
It'll be seen by the most people.
Yeah, you're right.
Stadium fight, the biggest event.
Tickets for the event have vanished almost instantly, while the media frenzy has reached a fevered pitch. In Las Vegas, the atmosphere already carries the weight of history, as if something monumental is about to unfold. This isn't merely a clash between two champions. It's a collision of legacies, contrasting styles, and defining eras. Every round promises to be a true test of greatness for both men.
You know, it's Riyadh season, Netflix, everybody around this fight. You can see that how big is this fight, no? And you have two of the best fighters, pound fighters, fighting each other. So Saturday, September 13th, we want to see who's the best.
Joe Rogan and his team have thoroughly dissected the preparation and motivations of both fighters. They compared Crawford's approach, described as calculated and deliberate, to another fighter who had once been accused of chasing a money grab. Pointing to Crawford's dramatic leap in weight class and the extensive time spent in preparation, they argued this was clear proof he wasn't underestimating the challenge.
Not gonna be as fast,
right?
Like,
he had to put on a lot of weight.
No, and one made a career at that weight class.
Adaptations.
The other one's just doing it for a money grab. He hasn't fought in 2 years.
Well, he was doing it for legacy, and he prepared for this. It's not like he just had a fight at 147 and then jumped up to 68 3 months later.
Yeah,
like
that's a big jump, though, isn't it?
He did a lot of training, put weight on, like real weight.
They then shifted the conversation to the state of boxing itself. From celebrity spectacles like Jake Paul versus Tyson, to blockbuster matchups such as Crawford against Canelo, Rogan noted that promoters often generate massive hype, yet sometimes the fights fail to deliver on those lofty expectations. His comments carried an undertone of skepticism, raising the question of whether this showdown would truly live up to its billing or risk becoming another letdown?
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Just because I think Crawford's that good.
I just don't think, I think this is the problem with boxing is they build these things up like, you know, Jake and Tyson, and people think to me this great product, or Crawford and Canelo, and it's not, there's not much action.
Bro, I'll tell you who's the real.
When questioned about Terence Crawford's physical condition ahead of their clash, Canelo Alvarez responded with both excitement and respect. He acknowledged that Crawford appeared strong and well-prepared after seeing footage of him training at a heavier weight. For Canelo, witnessing Crawford in peak form only fuels his own motivation and reaffirms that this will be a true battle between elite fighters.
13, right?
What do you think of this picture?
He looks good, but I like it because, it's when you realize he's going to be a good.
Both men enter the ring with all-star resumes. Terence Crawford remains undefeated, his flawless record cementing him among the sport's modern elite. Now, he seeks to make history by conquering a third weight division in the era of 4 major belts, an achievement never before accomplished. Yet, in a fiery breakdown of the fight, Showbiz the Adult made his stance clear. He believes Crawford will struggle to withstand the sheer size and power of Canelo Alvarez.
Something that I've known from the very beginning, that all the stuff I've mentioned, head movement, jab to the stomach, counter ability, all of that falls behind this one big reason why Canelo beats Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford is too small and
He argued that the weight jump creates a dangerous gap in power, giving Canelo's punches an added edge. If Crawford can't find a way to neutralize or counter those heavier shots, he risks being overwhelmed and possibly losing the fight.
Couldn't block his punches either. But Floyd is so fast. But also, he was fighting him at a catch weight of 152, where he can carry the weight better. He wasn't 38. That's another thing. He didn't allow Canelo to get to him. Crawford at 38, weighing in at 168, fighting at 168. His legs aren't going to have enough life to stay away from Canelo for 12. So what's another way to defend? Block. And he's not going to be able to block Canelo's punch.
For Canelo, the stakes couldn't be higher. He remains the biggest Mexican boxing star and the global face of the sport, with many fans already believing he has nothing left to prove. Yet, a victory over Crawford would cement his dominance at the upper weight classes, proving his ability to adapt to any challenge. When Terence Crawford made his grand arrival in Las Vegas, the energy was electric. But the reception wasn't all cheers. Some of Canelo's loyal supporters greeted him with loud boos, a reminder of the divided loyalties fueling this showdown.
You're going up.
It was a classic fight week atmosphere in Las Vegas, with passionate fans loudly backing their hero and trying to rattle the opposition before a single punch was thrown. Crawford, however, appeared unbothered by the reaction, calmly brushing it off. Still, the moment captured just how high the tension has risen in the lead-up to this monumental clash.
Who's when you came in? This is going to be a pro-Canelo crowd. How you feeling about that?
Oh, this ain't nothing different than when I went to Scotland and fought Ricky Burns. So I'm cool with it.
It's nothing different at Allegiant Stadium, the biggest fight since Pacquiao and Mayweather.
Hey, listen, they all gonna be quiet come Saturday. Hey, listen, they can't fight for him, so it don't matter.
They say you're gonna run, what do you have to tell them?
I already said it before. Before we got here, I said, I'm gonna run upside his head. And that's what he said.
So he's gonna run, but upside Canelo's head, according to everybody. That's right. I see.